You're making a huge mistake if you think this week will be just like any other. God has something extraordinary planned for you, something miraculous. And I need you to stay with me because every word I share is vital to unlocking that blessing. You might feel like you've heard messages like this before, but believe me, this one is different. This message could be the key to the breakthrough you've been praying for. God's blessings aren't just abstract promises floating around in the universe. They are personal, specific, and tailored to your situation. And this week, God has something just for you. He knows your struggles, your hopes, and your deepest desires, and He's about to do something miraculous in your life. But you need to prepare your heart to receive it. This isn't just another video or another message. It's a divine appointment. If you've been searching for clarity, healing, or breakthrough, then consider this your confirmation. God is about to bless you in ways you cannot even imagine. But here's the key. His blessings often come in unexpected ways. So don't miss out by getting distracted or cutting this short. Stay with me until the end, because this could be the message that transforms your entire week and your life. Let's get one thing straight. Miracles are real. They're not just ancient stories written in the Bible. They're divine interventions that can happen in your life, even today. But what exactly is a miracle? A miracle is a moment when God's power breaks through the natural order and does something extraordinary. It's God showing His hand in your situation in a way that is undeniable. Throughout the Bible, we see God performing miracles to demonstrate His love and His sovereignty. Think about when Moses stood before the Red Sea with nowhere to go, and God parted the waters. Or when Jesus fed 5,000 people with just a few loaves of bread and fish. These weren't just displays of power, they were acts of compassion. They were moments when God stepped into impossible situations and made the impossible possible. And here's the best part. God hasn't changed. He's still performing miracles today. Whether it's healing, financial provision, or divine guidance, He's ready to move in your life. The Bible says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. That means the same God who raised the dead and calmed the storms is the same God who's ready to bless you this week. Are you ready for your miracle? Now, let's talk about what unlocks these miraculous blessings. Faith. Faith isn't just a belief in God's existence. It's the confident expectation that He will move in your life. When you have faith, you're not just hoping God will bless you, you're expecting it. You're positioning yourself to receive something supernatural. In the Bible, we see countless examples of how faith activates miracles. Remember the story of the woman with the issue of blood? She had suffered for 12 long years, but her faith in Jesus was so strong that she believed just touching His garment would heal her. And it did. Jesus turned to her and said, "Your faith has healed you." Luke 8:48. That's the power of faith. This week, your faith is the key to unlocking the miraculous blessing God has for you. It's not about earning His favor. It's about trusting that He's already willing and able to bless you. Faith moves the heart of God and invites His supernatural power into your life. So if you've been struggling with doubt or fear, it's time to let that go and fully trust that God is ready to do something miraculous in your life. Believe, and you shall receive. Hey, quick interruption. If you believe God is with you, drop a heartfelt amen in the comments to thank Him. And if you want God by your side every day, hit that subscribe button. Now let me address something we all struggle with, God's timing. Miracles don't always happen when we expect them to. Sometimes it feels like God is late, like we've been waiting forever for that breakthrough. But here's what you need to know. God's timing is always perfect. Even when it feels delayed, it's right on time. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 tells us, "For the revelation awaits an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." What does that mean? It means that your blessing has an appointed time and nothing can stop it from coming. Sometimes God makes us wait because He's aligning things in the background that we can't see. He's working in ways that are far beyond our understanding. This week, if it feels like nothing is happening, don't lose hope. God is always working behind the scenes. Just like when He sent manna from heaven to feed the Israelites, or when He provided a ram for Abraham in the nick of time, God's provision will come exactly when you need it. Stay expectant and trust that His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't seem like it. This could be the week when everything changes for you, but it will happen on God's timetable, not yours. Here's a crucial part of the equation: being in alignment with God's will. You see, God's blessings flow where there is obedience. When we are walking in step with Him, when our hearts are tuned to His desires, that's when we see miracles unfold. Proverbs 3:6 says, "In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight." What does that mean for you? It means that aligning with God's will isn't just about saying you believe. It's about living it. To receive miraculous blessings, you must seek God's will in everything you do. That means spending time in His Word, praying, and listening for His guidance. When you are in sync with God, you'll find that His blessings come naturally. He wants to bless you, but He also wants your heart to be in the right place to receive those blessings. So this week, take a moment to reflect. Are you aligned with God's will? Are you walking in obedience to His Word? Ask Him to show you where you need to make adjustments, and trust that as you do, His blessings will flow. Miracles are waiting for those who are in step with God's plan. Let this be the week you align yourself fully with Him and watch as His blessings pour out in ways you've never seen before. If you want to unlock the full potential of God's miraculous blessings, you cannot overlook the power of prayer. Prayer is the gateway to the miraculous. It's the divine connection that links your heart with God's power, and it's one of the most potent tools you have in your spiritual arsenal. Think about the story of Elijah. He prayed earnestly, and God sent rain after a long drought. Or consider Hannah, who prayed for a child, and God blessed her with Samuel, a prophet. These weren't casual, offhand prayers. They were heartfelt, persistent, faith-filled prayers that moved the hand of God. James 5 verse 16 tells us, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." That means your prayers have the ability to open doors that seem permanently shut and unlock blessings that seem impossible to reach. This week, I want you to focus on intentional prayer. Not just a quick word before bed or in the morning, but deep, focused prayer where you lay everything before God. Pray with faith, believing that God hears you and is ready to act. Prayer brings heaven to earth. It aligns your will with God's will and prepares your heart to receive His blessings. Don't underestimate the power of prayer this week. It could be the key that unlocks the miracle you've been waiting for. If you want to see God move in your life in a miraculous way, then start with prayer. Pray boldly, pray consistently, and pray expectantly, knowing that God is ready to bless you beyond your wildest dreams. Let's be honest. Doubt is something we all struggle with, especially when things aren't going our way. But here's the hard truth. Doubt is a blessing killer. If you want to experience the fullness of God's miraculous blessings, you must learn to overcome doubt and trust God completely. Faith and doubt cannot coexist. One will always cancel out the other. Remember when Peter walked on water? As long as his eyes were fixed on Jesus, he did the impossible. But the moment he allowed doubt to creep in, he began to sink. Doubt is like that. It pulls you under. It drowns your faith and blinds you to the miracles God is working around you. But here's the good news. Doubt doesn't have to win. You can choose faith. This week, when doubt tries to creep in, remember what Jesus said in Mark 9:23. Everything is possible for one who believes. If you want to see God's miraculous blessings, you have to shut the door on doubt. Trust Him completely, even when the circumstances seem impossible. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, God is still working. Your faith is what keeps the miracle alive. So make the decision now. This week, I will not let doubt steal my blessing. I will trust God completely, knowing that His promises are true and His blessings are on the way. Stand firm in your faith and watch how doubt melts away in the face of God's miracles. Here's something you need to understand. God doesn't always bless us in the way we expect. Often, He moves in ways that surprise us, that defy our logic and expectations. We might be praying for one thing, but God is preparing something even greater behind the scenes. Look at the story of Joseph. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers, thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit, and for years, it seemed like everything was going wrong. But God was working behind the scenes. He was setting Joseph up to become the second most powerful man in Egypt. a position that would save his family and an entire nation during a famine. God's blessings often come wrapped in ways we never see coming. Isaiah 55:9 tells us, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." This means that God's plans for your life are far greater than anything you could imagine. So this week, I challenge you to expect the unexpected. Open your heart to the surprising ways God might bless you. It could come in the form of a conversation, an unexpected opportunity, or even a moment of peace in the middle of chaos. Don't limit God by expecting him to show up only in the way you've imagined. His ways are higher and his blessings are greater than anything you could plan for yourself. So this week, keep your eyes and your heart open. Expect God to move in ways that will leave you speechless. Expect the unexpected and get ready for surprises that only God can orchestrate. Once God blesses you, what you do next is incredibly important. Gratitude and stewardship are keys to unlocking even more blessings. When God blesses us, it's not just for us to enjoy, it's also for us to honor him with those blessings. Gratitude opens the door for more, and good stewardship ensures that what we've been given is used for God's glory. Think about the story of the 10 lepers in Luke 17. All 10 were healed by Jesus, but only one came back to say thank you. And what did Jesus say to that one? "Rise and go. Your faith has made you well." The man's gratitude not only confirmed his healing, but opened the door for even greater spiritual blessings. Gratitude magnifies the blessing. This week, as God blesses you, take a moment to pause and thank him. Don't rush past your miracle or take it for granted. A heart full of gratitude not only pleases God, but it also prepares you to receive even more from his hand. And once you've received your blessing, be a good steward of it. Whether it's a financial increase, a new relationship, or even a restored sense of peace, use it wisely. Honor God with what he has given you and watch how he continues to multiply it. God blesses those who are faithful with what they have. As Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." So this week, approach every blessing with an attitude of gratitude and stewardship. Thank God for what he's given you and use it to bless others. As you step into this week, walk with faith and expectancy. God is ready to bless you in miraculous ways, but it requires you to be open, expectant, and aligned with his will. Miracles are on the horizon. Are you ready to receive them? Remember what we've talked about. Faith is your key, prayer is your power, and doubt is your enemy. Align yourself with God's will and expect the unexpected. God is moving in ways you can't even see right now, and his blessings will arrive at the perfect time. But don't forget, when that blessing comes, show gratitude and be a good steward. These are the ways we honor God and open the door to even more blessings. As you go into this week, live with expectancy. Don't just hope for God's blessings, expect them. Expect miracles, expect breakthroughs, and expect God to show up in ways that will leave you amazed. Walk with faith, walk with trust, and walk in alignment with God's plan for your life. And when those blessings come, share your testimony with others, because your story could inspire someone else to believe in God's miraculous power. This week will be different. You've prayed, you've believed, and now it's time to receive. Go forth with faith, because God is about to bless you in miraculous ways. If you want to stay closer to God, subscribe to our channel. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect and share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like it and share it with someone who needs to hear it today.